Someone who decides to investigate and examine the authenticity of a prophet, that is, someone who wants to conduct this examination without prejudice and without the preconceptions that followers of an individual typically hold, naturally must also approach the historical accounts about this person in an impartial and critical manner. If we want to investigate the truthfulness of the Prophet of Islam ourselves and reach a conclusion, we may no longer be able to make the reports that have reached us regarding this person's characteristics, miracles, charismatic graces, and spiritual status the primary basis of our judgment. This is because virtually all of these reports can be said to have been written and transmitted to us by the followers of this individual. It is natural that followers of a person they are devoted to might have added things to these reports or fabricated virtues for him. Therefore, we cannot make this the basis of an impartial choice. This point is not specific to the Prophet of Islam. The same applies to all prophets in relation to them and their followers. Nearly all the reports that have reached us about their greatness, goodness, and miracles have been recorded, preserved, and reported by their followers. Therefore, we must search for evidence and reasoning that is independent and verifiable, that is, not dependent on the historical reports of those who, for whatever reason, believe in their own prophet. Of course, those who consider a prophet's teachings to be salvific, peace-giving, and conducive to transcendence and spirituality deserve respect for their beliefs. We do not want to say why they have faith in him or that they must necessarily re-examine it. Our discussion concerns ourselves and those who have decided to impartially re-examine their beliefs and to provide a convincing answer for those who want to make this choice without preconceptions and without prior faiths. We said that the basis for examining the claim of the Prophet of Islam is the Quran. What is interesting here is that we see that the Quran speaks of a method and idea that corresponds exactly with the point we mentioned. That is, the Quran claims that there is a unique characteristic and miraculous quality within this book itself that any impartial person can evaluate and measure, and based on which they can reach a conclusion regarding the truthfulness of the Prophet who brought this book. The Quran explicitly declares that if you can bring or find a book like this book, or even a chapter similar to the chapters of this book, the claim of this prophet's authenticity becomes invalid and is called into question. And if you cannot find such a thing, be assured that this prophet is from God, and be certain that this book is the word of God. So we must examine this claim and see whether this book truly has such a characteristic and such a miracle or not.